Well, hello there, boys and girls, ladies and gents. Welcome to another Big Red's Weekend Review. Well, you're going to say, well, Big Red, you're in the crapper. And I'll be like, damn right, I'm in the crapper. I just got back from eating and I had to go crap. I ain't crapped all damn day. So we could actually take this and call it Big Red Talking Crap. Who knows? We can name it whatever you want to name it. But I'm taking a crap. Anyway, let's see what we did this week. I posted the first beer video. I posted what else? I posted a couple other things. I know I posted a couple videos, but hey, I can't remember everything. I'm not sitting in front of the computer, as you can tell. I'm sitting on a grabber, talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I see one person joined. Welcome, welcome. I'm about to go take a shower too. Right after I'm done this, and I'm done with y'all, I'm going in there and taking a shower. That's right. Hell, who knows? I might sing in the shower. I don't know. So, what's going on in y'all's world? Like I said, I know I edited a bunch of videos. I think I made a video or two. I bought some stuff to make a video later this week. I'm gonna make some homemade guacamole. Holy moly guacamole. And then I'm going to, let's see. I know I posted one of the beer videos out of the I think it was 14 or 16 that we did in a row. It's like boom, boom, boom. We were just slamming alcoholic beverages and reviewing them. Me and two friends, with my friend and her boyfriend, who became my friend. Let's see. I know I posted that. I want to say I posted, I think I posted a couple snack attacks and maybe one fast food. I think that's what I did. Later this week, I'm only here to hear the turd hit the water. Yeah, you're right, buddy. Talking shit. You missed the first one. The first one's always why is it always the first one that freaking kaboom? Why? Why? I don't know why. Then after that, it's just, here, there, maybe a little everywhere. Who knows? Well, if it's everywhere, you got the green apple splatters. And that's when you might have some problems. But yeah, I know I posted a couple videos this week. I'm going to try to get back to doing it every day. This weather just freaking all of a sudden, man, it was 80 degrees, 80 something degrees. And then like the last 2 days, it was in the freaking 50s. Like me and my son just got back from eating and I looked at the temperature in the car. It was cold. It was like 55 degrees. Going from 80, almost 90 degrees to hit that freaking 50-degree mark in a 1 day span, man, this pain is kicking my ass. Other than that, I don't know. But if Mo Silver watches this video, let me tell you, I just got finished editing the video for the first time I ever cooked in the air fryer that old Mo Silver sent me. So that video will be coming up soon. I'll jump it ahead of everything else. Like I said, he's been waiting a while for that, and it wasn't that I didn't want to use it. Because I used it, probably about a month ago. And I just had so much other stuff that I had to sit in front of the computer and edit. And when you're looking at little thumbnails you're like, what was this thumbnail of? What was this thumbnail of? And I kept working my way through it. And then I finally got to it. And I was like, you know what? Now it's edited. I can put it all together and I could jump it ahead. The only reason I didn't jump it ahead was because I would have had to watch every video, the beginning of it at least, the first 2 to 3 minutes of every video to see which one it was. And if I'm going to watch that much, I might as well just edit it. So I just edit them going down in a row. And that's what I did. I don't know. What? Come here. What? Do I bother you when you taking a crap in your box? I mean, do I go sit right outside of your box and say, hey, 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 look at me. Hey, 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 look at me. Do I do that to you? No, I don't think so. So, I mean, can I take a dump in peace? No. What are you doing telling me no? You silly cat. No, no, no. Here you come back for more attention, huh? Tomorrow, when I get up in the morning and you in your box, I'm just going to come sit right out the box and I'm just going to yell at you the whole time. Does that do any good? Eh? I didn't think so. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully I can get back to. I did. That's another thing I did this week. I did 2 live videos in one day. I did a breakfast, and then I went over and to my friend's t-shirt shop. Got some designs worked out. I worked out coming up with some new designs. And in doing so, I might get some new shirts made. Probably not for the show, but just for myself. Probably gonna make me a Bill Murray shirt because I like Bill Murray. And then I just watched a documentary about your boy a few days ago, and it was a pretty good documentary about old William Murray, aka Bill Murray. It was a good documentary. It was on Netflix. I suggest you watch it. It's good. It's a good one. I see somebody else join Big Red talking crap. Literally. Welcome to my shitter. I mean, I haven't done a video in my crapper since I quit making. I did do that one video where I compared dude wipes to the Equate brand, and you could tell which one out because I'm a cheap bastard. The Equate wipes won out. And if you haven't used wet wipes after you take a crap, you don't know what you're missing. Because let me tell you, when you got a baby, if you ever had a kid and you have to change a kid's diaper, you don't use dry paper to wipe their ass. You use wet wipes, right? I'm a big kid. I'm a big baby. Why not? My butt likes wet wipes. I haven't used them. I mean, I just started using wet wipes probably within the last year. And a friend of mine suggested, he's like, dude, you don't use wet wipes? I was like, no, dude, I'm just going to wipe my ass and flush it down the toilet. Why not just use regular toilet paper? Why buy something extra? I'm glad he told me to do it. And Brother Darrell knows the person I'm talking about. Brother Darrell, if you're still in here, you know who told me about that? Al Hodge. Al Hodge told me about wet wipes. He's like, man, you got to use the wet wipes. And sure enough, and he told me that some old dude told him that years and years ago, and he's been using them for years, he said. I was like, really? Nah, I never even would have thought of using wet wipes. Regular toilet paper, and at the end of the day, take a shower, wash your dirty ass. Like Red Fox says, you gotta wash your ass. Yeah. So, but yeah, other than when I compare Dude Wipes, the name brand, to the regular Equate wipes, I haven't done a it's a Shamed thing. It probably is, brother. It probably is. Yeah, I haven't done a video from the crapper since the last time I read a comic book on the crapper. Wet wipes for the win. Hell yeah, brother. Preach on, preach on. Wet wipes are a good thing. I mean, I'm trying to get my son to start using wet wipes, but he's like, no, Dad, I don't need that. I don't need that. I was like, son, when you was a little kid, what did you think I did? I wiped your ass with wet wipes. Welcome, Tom. What's up? It's not what's up. It's what's going down. Big Red's in the library right now. You know what I'm saying? It's where I get all my good reading going on. My best thinking happens in this spot, either here or in the shower. Hell, I mean, I did a Facebook Live one time where I sang. Well, not a live. I don't know. Did I do it live or did I video it? I think I might have videoed it. And I sang in the shower twice. One time I did TV theme songs, and another time I think I did like maybe some glam rock stuff because after I did the freaking After I did the freaking TV theme songs, a couple of my goofy friends were like, "Do you take requests?" And somebody think wanted Bon Jovi or something, and I sang Bon Jovi in the shower. Why not? Or Milli Vanilli, "Blame It on the Rain." I think I did that. Um, I think you should do the beer review all in one video so you can see you get loaded. Oh, I did. I put them all together. I did what we did. The way we did it was I took I took about 30 alcoholic beverages to my friend's house, and we wound up doing, I think, 16 of them, 14 or 16 of them. We did. So I did the intro, did the beer, did the outro, cut the camera, started the camera, did the next intro, did the next beer, so on and so forth. And we did them like that. We were pounding the alcohol. So by the end of the last one, I'm like, I think I forgot my outro or whatever. Or they were getting so. So here's the thing. I'll let y'all in on a secret. By the end of the last video, the end of that night, my friend's boyfriend went into the bathroom and he puked his guts up, and he was sort of embarrassed. So I didn't go in there, and I didn't go and film him. I should have, but I didn't. Anyway, yeah, he yacked 2 or 3 times. He was tore up. I mean, by the end of it, I was buzzing. I'm not gonna lie. I had a decent little buzz. I mean, but I wasn't, shit faced, or I wasn't fall down drunk. I wasn't, let's take off all my clothes and run down the street naked kind of drunk. But I've been there before, but not that time. But no, I wound up, like I said, we either did 14 or 16. The only difference in between the videos, we wound up killing, because I did in the videos that we reviewed stuff, we did 2 different sakis. We did a coconut flavored sake, and we did a cucumber flavored sake. And we each just did 1 shot of sake just to review it. And then when we cut the cameras, we wiped out the 2 bottles of sake. So we had, up until that point, we probably had, we probably went through 6 to 8 beers and 1 wine cooler, or 1 Mike's Hard Lemonade and 1 Jack Daniel's Punch. And then we tore up 2 bottles of sake. And then we finished the night off with a couple more adult beverages. I think they were all beer and 1 can of wine. And, like I said, you start mixing beer and wine and hard liquor coolers and sake, you're bound to get a little sick. So I don't know if he was tipsy enough to be sick, but he puked his guts up. It could have been the fact that we went and ate ramen soup before we went there. We went to Genya and had some ramen soup. And I was smart enough to not eat soup, because I'm not putting alcoholic liquid on top of more liquid. Big Red was smart. Big Red got a rice dish. And that rice soaked up the alcohol. You know what I mean? Because, when you were like, let's see, what's the strongest beer liquor you've ever had? You've had the nastiest beer. The nastiest beer, and probably one of the strongest beers I had, I did a review on it. When I first started doing the beer reviews, somebody requested that I did Steel Reserve, what is it? Steel Reserve 2112? No, that's Rush. 211. Steel 11, Steel Reserve or Coal Reserve, something like that. It's a malt liquor. Oh man, it is freaking nasty. Go back and watch that review. It's in the beer reviews. Any funny alcohol related moments, dude? Growing up in New Orleans and the suburbs of New Orleans, I've got a ton of funny alcoholic stories. Let me think of one that I remember. One time, a bunch of us got together, and we were all underage, and we would go to nightclubs and go dance and go listen to music or whatever. And we were at this one joint, and one of my friends was tore the hell up. I mean, he was tore up. And he's grinding on some random chick, right? He's just freaking, you know, all up on this chick. And this chick noticed that he was with us. She's like, "Hey, can you come and get your friend?" And we're like, "Dude, come on over here, boss, dude. Leave the girl alone. She don't want to be messed with, dude." He's like, "Man, it's all right." And we're like, all of a sudden, you know, every now and then you're in a club, one song ends, and right before the next song starts, there's that brief moment of silence. Well, let me tell you, we're like, "Dude, come dance over here by John." And he's like, right when the music stopped, he's like, "I don't want to dance by John because he ain't got a pussy." Right when the music stopped. It was like, dude, what the hell just happened? And the chick and her friends, they done went over to the other side of the club. It was a big ass club. And it was a weird club too, because from like the time they opened in the afternoon till midnight, it was all, or till 11 o'clock, it was all country music. And then at around 11:15, 11:30, they start mixing country and dance music, country and club music, you know what I'm saying? And then eventually, the stroke of 12, midnight, dude, it was nothing but hot chicks and glow sticks. Freaking no, it wasn't on the West Bank. It was in Metairie, dude. It was Denim and Diamonds in the Galleria Mall, dude. They had the high rise Galleria. It was in there. Anyhow, so anyway, the chick starts going on to the other side of the club, and then he goes over there, and she's like, you could see this chick make a beeline for the freaking bathroom. So she goes in the bathroom. All of a sudden, we see my boy. He's follows it into the bathroom, and we're like, holy crap, we all getting thrown out of this joint. We all underage. We're probably like, he might have been of age, but then again, I think to get in that club, it was a 21 and over club, even though the drinking age was 18. So I don't know. But anyway, he's a little older than me. I was probably 17 at the time. I might have been 16 or 17, but we all in there, and we getting our dance on, we getting our drink on, and like 5 minutes later, he comes out the bathroom, and he's, and we're like, dude, what the hell just happened? We don't know if he got lucky or not. Can you drop a name? Dude, you know who it is. I'm not gonna say who it is, Daryl, because I don't want to embarrass your boy. But let me just tell you, he used to live down the street from me, if that helps you out any. And then he moved probably, I want to say he might have moved to, like, for a senior year, he moved. But he used to live down the street from me, about 8 to 10 houses away. No, it wasn't Rip. No, it wasn't Rip. It wasn't Rip. It could have been Rip, but it wasn't Rip. No, it was not Rip. I'll give you initials, but don't type it on here. JV. I gave you initials, and if that don't help you, I don't know what will. But no, it wasn't Brother Rip. No. But I can tell you a funny story about Brother Rip, and I'm going to talk about old Dave. Dave, that dude was so plastered one night. We were coming out of the French Quarter. He done drank all his money up and forgot he had to pay for parking. And he decides we were parked right there by Tower Records and the Jack's Brewery, and the gate goes up, the person in front of him takes off, and he takes off too. Like right behind him, and that person stopped at the street, and he plowed the back of his car. And then he's like, oh crap, he backs up and then takes off. Goes back home, gets money, and then goes back out and parks in the same parking lot. And the cops came. That was a good time. And then a good story with me, I had to be in my sophomore year, maybe. And I remember I was working it might have been my junior year. It was either my sophomore or junior year. I was working at Piccadilly Cafeteria, and I used to go out with all the dudes, all the cooks, late at night, freaking bring a change of clothes with me after work, run in the bathroom, change clothes. We'd go to Mike's Expose or Mike's After. It was Mike's After Hours, and then they changed the name to Exposés, and it was $5 drinking with Lincoln. And I remember going in there, and I was like, okay, to the doorman, here's $15. I want 3 cups. And I go to the bartender. I gave the bartender a 10 or a 20, and I'm like, I never want these cups empty, and I don't want them to disappear, because that's how they made their money. Yeah, it was $5. Chuck worked there. Yeah, Chuck did work there. Oh, Chucky worked there, and Scott worked there too for a little while. As a matter of fact, I got both of them their jobs there. So anyway, we had Expose, and I drove. And like I said, I'd give the bartender, the way they would make their money is it's only $5 all you could drink. But if you sat your cup down and walked off, the little cocktail waitress should just pick up your cup and throw it away. And you're like, dude, I want another drink. Either you paying full price or you're going to buy another cup for $5 at the doorman. So anyway, that's how they made their money. It was a little scam. But anyway, I tipped the bartender. I'm like, look, these 3 cups, I want Jack and Coke, rum and punch, and a beer chaser. And I don't want them empty. And I don't want them to disappear. And I did this week in and week out, you know what I'm saying? And this one time, I had something rough to eat that day. I don't know what it was, but the alcohol in that wasn't sitting well. And I went outside, and I was like, man, I was sitting in the side of my car. I had a 1978 Monte Carlo. I'm sitting in the car, puking my guts out off to the side, trying not to hit my shoes. My Zodiacs. If y'all remember Zodiacs, what do y'all know about Zodiacs, huh? Anyway, try not to puke on my shoes. Chicks, look, you want to pick up chicks? Get sick at the club, dude. Like, sit outside. They come up to you and they want to freaking nurse you or baby you or something. Like, oh, are you okay? Just don't puke on them, But anyway, they're like, oh, are you okay? Can we help you? Blah! And then they're gone. Anyway, I told this chick, I was like, yeah, go get my buddy that came with me, so he could drive me home. And he comes outside. As a matter of fact, it was Chuck's older brother. And Mike's like, I ain't ready to leave. I'm still drinking and whatever. And so anyway, I'm there with some of my coworkers too. So I'm like, man, I knew better than to drive. I knew I was lit. And I'm like, dude, I gotta get home. I'm sick as a dog. I don't want to sleep in my car in this parking lot. So they got the assistant manager and the associate manager, and they're like, dude, look, he can't make it home. Can one of y'all bring him home and we'll get his car later? And they're like, well, we could get his car home. One of us will drive it, and so one of them's like, I can't see without my glasses, and I don't have my glasses with me. So he's like, but if I tailgate you the whole way, I could get you there. So anyway, it's about 10 miles from where this club was to my house, 10, maybe 12 miles. And we're cruising down the highway. I'm in my passenger seat, and I'm just puking my guts up out the side of the window, going down the freaking highway at about 50, 60 miles an hour, just puking up everywhere out there. So we get to my house. They pull up in the driveway, and they crack the windows enough to where I get a breeze. They put me in the back seat and left me there. Why? Because my grandma used to work at Piccadilly's too and knew them all. And my grandma, she didn't play no mess. She'd tell the boss what to do. You know what I'm saying? She was one of these old New Orleanian grandmas. She'd go off. So anyway, they didn't want to deal with that at like 2 o'clock in the morning, 1:30, 2 in the morning. So anyway, they left me in the car sleeping in the back seat of my own car. And I remember it was probably like between 6:30 and 7 o'clock. I wake up to on my windshield, right? It's my grandma beating on the windshield. Ah, you little son of a bitch, you went out and got drunk again, huh? and I just freaking got out the car, stumbled to the shower, took a shower, and went to sleep. So that's pretty cool. Puked in my car, and my friend driving upended DWF airport. Nah. That's pretty funny. I remember one time I also, is another good drinking story. Freaking, I remember I used to have 2 lockers in school, 3 lockers. Especially my sophomore year and my junior year, I had 2 lockers. My sophomore year I had 3 lockers. My junior year I only had 2 lockers. My senior year I only had 1 locker because it's like I only had a half a day of school anyway. So anyway, why did I have 3 lockers, you might ask? Because they rented our lockers to us. Brother Darrell probably remembers. You had to pay $1 a year for your locker. And anyway, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get 3 lockers. And they always question, and you could always get more lockers if all the lockers weren't taken. And I took advantage of that and they were like, well, why do you need 3 lockers? And the way I described it was, okay, I got a class here, and then I got a class way over on the other side of campus, and then one downstairs way over here. By the time I keep going back and forth to my locker, I'd never be on time to class. So what I wound up doing was I had my books all in one locker. I had a pillow and a blanket in another locker in case I wanted to take a nap in class. And then I never did. That's the funny thing. But I never did take a nap in class. And if I did, it's just because I fell asleep in class, not because I planned on it. I didn't show up to class with a pillow and a blanket. And then the other one was a bar. There was very few people that knew I had alcohol in one of my lockers. And I always had Jack Daniels, always had peppermint or strawberry schnapps, and I had some vodka. And one day I was having a bad day, and I would take a shot in between classes. I'd slip away and just little nip. Well, anyway, one day I was having a bad day. I got out of class. I said, I got to use the bathroom or whatever. And I was sitting in the freaking hallway, or I should say the stairwell, low enough to where if the second story, if somebody walked past, they couldn't see you. And then if they were on the bottom floor, they couldn't see you because you had the stairs went up, they turned, and then went up, turned up the other way. Freaking biology teacher taps me on my shoulder. He's coming from upstairs. The science department was supposed to be on break or whatever. Thought the hallway was clear, so that's the hallway I was in, right? No. I get a tap on my shoulder. It's my biology teacher, and he's like, so Mr. Dempsey, what do you have there? And I knew I was busted. So I just raised up the bottle of Jack. Teacher takes the bottle, looks at it, and it's like, well, Mr. Dempsey, what do you have here? And he's like, Jack Daniels, huh? He takes a swig, caps it, and he says, go put it away before a real teacher finds you. I was like, yes, sir. And I never had a problem with that teacher. That teacher was cool as a fan, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was pretty interesting. Another good drinking story. Trying to remember another good one. Oh, just 2009 and 2010, 2011, or was it 2009 to 2010? Can't remember which one it was. I went back home to New Orleans for New Year's. It was right after I got separated, so it might have been 2009, 2010. And I took a friend from Houston with me to New Orleans. He had never been in New Orleans, and he came for the week. We partying. We took him to a bunch of live music clubs. We went to a Hornets game. This is when the basketball team in New Orleans was still the Hornets. Let's see. Oh, good Lord, my legs falling asleep. So New Year's Eve, we having a party, and I decided, you know what? My contribution to this party is I'm going to invent a drink. So I went and bought 2-gallon pitchers, and I made Kool-Aid grape Kool-Aid here, lemonade Kool-Aid here. So we had the purple and the yellow, purple and gold. You know, you born and raised in New Orleans. There's other colleges in New Orleans, but nobody gives a crap about them unless you actually go there for sports and everything else. Everybody loves LSU. So I decide I'm going to get a big ass bottle of freaking Grey Goose vodka, triple shot of vodka in an 8-ounce cup, and then pour the yellow and the purple Kool-Aids at the same time into the cup. So you got purple and gold with vodka. And I called them LSU Stumbling Tigers. And my friend that came with me to New Orleans, he got so lit up. He was, put his arm around my shoulder. Man, thanks for bringing me, man. I love you, man. You raising your son right. I just want to tell you I'm proud of you. Dude, he was lit. I told him what he was saying the next morning. He's like, really? I was like, yeah. And then my friend that we were staying with that week, his sister was married to my cousin. And I told her, don't marry that dude. He's a bum. Anyway, she's like, I should have. She was pounding these drinks. And you couldn't taste the alcohol because when I made the Kool-Aid, if it said make, 2 cups of sugar, I doubled it. Because sugar with alcohol will set that alcohol off. And you'll get ripped even quicker. So anyway, she's pounding these drinks. You couldn't even taste the alcohol. And she puts her arm around me. She said, I should have listened to you and not married him. Why didn't I marry you instead of him? I was like, oh, well, because I was only 15 and you were 21 or 22. She was like, I know, but I should have waited. I could have waited and blah, 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 blah. It was so funny. And then I told her what she was saying the next day. She was like, I don't remember saying that. Yeah, I had her lit. So yeah, that's some pretty good, funny alcoholic stories. But I'm looking at just turned 32 minutes. And I've been done here for a while. You know what I'm saying? My leg's going to sleep. I got to freaking do the little wipey wipe and jump in the shower. So I'm going to let you guys go. So over here, hit that subscription button. If you haven't subscribed already, then hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I have new content. I mean, if you don't hit that subscription button, where else are you going to see a man talk crap and tell you drunken stories on a crapper anywhere but here? You know what I'm saying? So hit the sub button and hit that thumbs up, thumbs down. I like these better. But you know what? Hey, I can't twist your arm and make you hit a certain one or not. It just lets me know you're watching anyway. And then down below, you got that description of the video, links to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. There's a link to this channel's homepage where you can check out all the older content. Hell, if you want to see me on a crapper, go back and watch Comics from the Can. There's one episode where I read a $2,000 comic sitting on a can. You know what? I mean, who in their right mind reads a $2,000 comic book on a can? This guy. Anyway, check out all the older videos, links down below to this channel's homepage where everything's separated by series. There's a physical address. You could send me hate mail, love mail, fan mail, freaking recipes you want me to try to make. You don't have to send me nothing. I don't care. But if you want to, that's what that physical address is for. Down in the comment sections down below, leave a comment. I'll leave you one back. You know what? I'm not that big where I can't take, 10 minutes out of my day to answer comments. Some people don't even answer any of their comments on the old YouTubes. I think that's pretty shitty. Anyway, let's see. Other than that, that's it. I want to thank you from the bottom of this big fat butt that's sitting on this can to the top of this almost bald dome. Thanks for hanging out with your boy while he's doing his business. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I know y'all got better things y'all could be doing, but y'all spend it hanging out with your boy. I appreciate it. And, I just need y'all to do me that favor. Y'all know what it is. Tell your ma, tell your pa, tell your greasy grandma, share the video with your family and friends. Show them how you get down with Big Red. You don't know unless you share the video. Start caring, start sharing. Until next time when I see you guys live, take care of one another and love one another. You only got one time around this big blue rock that spins around a big flaming ball of gas in this big black universe that could go haywire at any given minute. You know what I'm saying? So just take care of one another. Hopefully I'll have a video loaded up for y'all tomorrow, and Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Who knows? I might even do a live breakfast tomorrow because I got my son this weekend, and I got to bring him back to school tomorrow. So I might do a live breakfast tomorrow. I don't know. It depends what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? But I'll definitely do a live video for Friday. Friday with breakfast with Big Red, and then try to go live next Sunday. But until then, you know what?